Anyone who's played Castlevania 1 knows how hard Dracula is. I think it's the hardest part of the game. I mean, people have said the Grim Reaper and other parts, like the hallway just before, and those are really hard parts, don't get me wrong, but I think it's underrated how hard Dracula is. And because I suffered so much trying to defeat him, I thought I'd make this video. So this is a real-time walkthrough on the NES, how to defeat Dracula of Castlevania 1. So the really first annoying thing is that you have to collect a ton of hearts, at least for my strategy. I mean, there are people who are really good at the game that can defeat him without any sub-weapons or even the stronger whip, but for the rest of us who aren't quite as gifted, here's how you can do it. Alright, so as soon as Dracula appears, you can throw holy water and destroy his projectile. Now, I didn't do it there, and you can actually jump over without doing this, but here's what makes it even easier. Now, what you want to try and do is avoid the projectiles and whip his head. You can try and do this with the cross, but the difference between the cross and the holy water is the next part is much, much easier with the holy water. You also want to try and get the triple shot. See, I have the double shot now, and that's kind of another reason why, even if I don't need to, I can get the triple shot like I did right there by destroying his projectiles. So this is a long battle. I mean, if you want to skip ahead, you can skip ahead to the final form. Another annoying thing, though, with Dracula is, see here, I did all that work and then 2 mistakes, and now I'm at half damage. The way it works, you have 16 blocks of health in this game, and every one of Dracula's shots does 4 bars of health. Every one of your shots does 1 bar of health. So it's very tricky to, stay on equal footing. Also, one other thing, although I don't die by this, is that Dracula kind of spawns right where you were, and you got to make sure you're always on the move, because if you're not, you'll get hit, and that's again 4 bars. Now, a lot of people say that the second form of Dracula is the hardest, and this is, obviously due to most games, the second form of boss is usually harder, but here, I find the first form hard, so even though I just lost another lot of health, I'm pretty confident I can beat him. All I need is, one more. I won't take a shot on the second boss, and neither would you by this strategy. So just keep whipping, just keep, you can jump over, like I said, and you can use the holy water to help. I kind of do it because it keeps a rhythm, and there's no reason you have to do this. You can just jump over. Once you have the triple shot, there's no reason to destroy his projectiles, except, in the cases where, like here, I destroyed all of them. Alright, so now he has 2 more bars left. 1 more, and time to whip his head, and okay, here's the part where the battle is ridiculous. Just keep throwing holy water. Now actually here, I actually figured out I'm throwing it a bit too fast. I'm going to run out of hearts. This is why I said it was so important to have so many. Now, if you notice very soon, I'm going to start slowing down with the holy water. Yeah, start slowing down here. Now, 1, 2, 3. See, if you keep in this pattern, as you notice, Dracula cannot move. Just keep throwing, and you win. There was no glitch, no game genie, nothing else used. I figured this out completely on my own, and any of you could have, but of course, it's annoying, and it took me about 2 hours to do, so if you want a way to beat Dracula and finally beat the game, don't forget there's no password system or whatever, so you pretty much, if you give up, you have to start all over again. Here's a way that you can finally beat the game.